They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to be said that they got together and said, let's put us in a position to find a way to win the game.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll drop to throw. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Fields now to throw. Completion here to Claypool. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Out of the gun, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. On the return is Pettis. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to get going again.
And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down and conserve as much as possible.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down for 11. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
To the air again, Fields.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Read option. Here's Montgomery.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The Bears on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
70 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And again back to Kmet. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the 1st down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
On 1st down, Fields.
He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Off the option, here's Montgomery.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
From the gun, here's Fields. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
Touchdown, Bears!
Chase Claypool,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Falcons offense set to go.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there.
Taken down for the 5th time.
Best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw here. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been terrific so far. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
So now Fields and the Bears
down 13-7. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Caught here by Griffin. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Here's Fields. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Tab just about sewn up this football game.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Here's Bradley Pinion now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fielded at about the 28.
Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen
Pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for the Bears, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.